Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And before we get started, I would like to say if at any point the message resonates with you, please be sure to like, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how this message is showing up in your world. With that being said, let's get right into the messages. And the message that's speaking aloud has to do with what you may be undergoing at this particular time. What I can see in the stones is there is a lot of cleansing and healing taking place in your world. And if you're not aware of exactly the type of healing that's going on, you may be feeling it emotionally. You may be picking up on a lot of heavy energy because the amount of things that's healing and cleansing within you at this particular time is not likely that you're not able to feel that. On one side of this healing process, it has everything to do with the very key relationships in your life. This can be personal and intimate, is what I'm seeing here. And there is something very unique about a personal relationship that you're connected in. It carries a degree of magic. It carries a degree of sophistication. Whenever you connect with this person, together you can find solutions. It seems like this relationship is very nurturing, and the information that flows between the two of you is seamless. It's as if you guys create your own world when you come together. It may be about the things that spark your interest, the things that you're able to talk about. You're able to go there with this person. They're able to ride the waves in the depths of your energy together. And you're starting to see these relationships show up in your world. These are indicators that you're connecting with the right kind of people. If this isn't happening now, this is what's coming. That's why healing and cleansing is here. Cleansing the type of relationships that you're having. No longer accepting low vibrational dynamics. You're now seeing the value of having people that carry wisdom. Seeing the value and importance that it has on your spiritual well-being. And as you embrace this idea and embrace this thought process, your energy will reflect a certain vibration that will soon attract the very likeness of this message. And once you understand the type of loving, nurturing, and very careful types of relationships that you are now beginning to get into, it can have a counter consequence. In other words, there may be intimate relationships that you have in your world that don't resemble this, dynamic or this particular setup. It may not be in alignment with you anymore. And now you may be trying to figure out how to navigate through that. Navigating through the fact that you no longer connect with the people that you once connected with the same way. Not only that, it's the fact that those type of relationships have negative consequences on you because of the growth that you have embarked on or you have undergone or experienced. It's where you are now. Accepting the fact that you're in a flow. Accepting the fact that you are no longer controlling or clenching, forcing dynamics to happen anymore for the sake of a title, for the sake of having people just to have them. There's no honor in that. If the relationships that you're carrying aren't in truth, doesn't come with some version of dignity and respect, you will find yourself disconnecting from people, family members, in a way that you may have to recover from, may have to rehabilitate your spirit, and trust that this is all in divine alignment. And on the other side of this cleansing process, it has to do with the nature of your being, with your authenticity, being true to yourself, and diving a bit deeper in terms of what it is that you're here to do. How is it that you're going to express yourself in the purest way? This may be causing some form of confusion, may be boggling you down a bit. Don't think too much about it. Because when you think hard about this type of thing here, when it comes to expression, you get into a mental head wrestling thing when it calls for you to allow your spirit to speak. That's what expression is about. Allowing your energy to have a voice in the way that it sees fit. Giving you a true sense of identity. Giving you a degree of homecoming that declares your devotion to the depths of the being that you are, to the core of your spirit, because you are committed to yourself and being the highest version of it. And this is something that you will not compromise, because it's something that you are aware of. Your spirit speaks to you very loudly in this particular area, lending its way to energy to push you into action, pushing you to do something different, embracing the change that the currents have to offer. Trusting that the transition that ensues will put you in the position to do what it is that you're called to do, connecting you to your wisdom, connecting you to the depths of your healing journey, taking you further down the rabbit hole. But the other side also speaks to There's a particular set of knowledge and wisdom that you understand when it comes to healing. This happens when you've gone through many gauntlets. This is what happens when you've been on the spiritual journey for a very long time. You've cultivated your skill sets. You learn how to defeat obstacles, bigger energies and bigger challenge that you didn't think you would get through. But somehow you made it. Somehow you made it. Giving you a clearer sight to the very medicine that you're here to offer. You didn't go through it for nothing. This is the manifestation of you being able to accomplish certain missions on this spiritual journey. Now you have something to give to others. Now you can be a beacon of light, because not only is it that you shine, it's because you're anchored. And what you've gone through have anchored you in a way. Cultivating your depths and your knowledge enough to have something to give to the people. You have it. What it calls for you to do is to embrace the healing component and capacity that you have. And this is much harder than I know that I'm speaking to. And this is not something that's going to happen overnight, but it's something that you're very clear about. You know that change is here. Change is upon you. Because you're feeling the heaviness of the energies. So much challenges and changes in your world are happening at this very moment. From key relationships, personally and intimately, changes to your authenticity, to the core of your being. Who you see yourself as is changing. But it has to do with healing. Because you've got the scars from the battle. Now the wounds are healing, giving you a certain clarity that you survived the war. Now you can stand in your power in a way that nobody can take from you. Nobody can take this from you. You can speak with confidence. You can speak with the level of intensity that you have, not because you're a know-it-all. It's because you've been through it all, quite literally. And now the doors are opening for you. The doors are finally opening. The abundance is upon you. Moving past trauma, moving past the PTSD and the anxiety that you have developed because of the challenges. Now it's time to embrace what's awaiting you. Ooh, that was a very, very powerful and heavy message. Ooh. And if this message has resonated with you, please be sure to like, please be sure to subscribe or comment below. An emoji telling me what if this message is showing up in your world at some capacity. And this is where I shift the energy, and I will pull out the cards to see if there's any other messages that the higher energy would like for me to share with the collective at this particular time. The cards that came out says solitude, out of place, and portal. What I'm channeling is that you've may been a person that have felt like you didn't belong. You felt as if you were a sore thumb. Felt as if you've been out of place. But the hard truth of the matter is that you were never out of place. You were always in alignment with something much deeper. Something much more surreal and otherworldly. Connecting you to portals that you didn't even know you were aware of. That's how strong your spirit is. That's how powerful your intuition is. And in order for you to tap into this very limitless space that connects you to other dimensions, that connects you to other worlds, that connects you to something much higher, it is your responsibility to silence the noise from the outside. Give yourself the opportunity to create solitude so you can hear the deeper messages from the very portal that you're connected to. Listening to your dreams, listening to your visions. It's very hard to do that when you're on a treadmill running, the rat race running, time and time again, answering calls over and over again. Silence the noise. Give yourself a chance to hear yourself, to hear your intuition, and allow it to guide you in the direction where it knows that you're headed. Whew, that was a very powerful message, very powerful reading. This was very heavy for me. I'm feeling the heaviness in a good way, picking up on this collective energy that is very deep. You're very spiritual, but it calls for you to incorporate some spiritual practices, spiritual modalities in order for you to gain access to what's awaiting you. It's time to open that door. And you do this by taking steps where you know change is ready. Your spirit knows it's time to go. It's time to do things. To nurture this spiritual side of you. You're on your way. You're well on your way. Period. With that being said, I'm going to close out this healing circle. Thank you all for your energy, and I will see you all at the next healing circle.